Welcome back to another exciting episode of Dwarf Fortress Cyril Dazel, The Fires of Heaven. So, let's first zoom in so that we can actually see what we're doing. So, here you can see my screen. You can pause it if you want to. Not exciting in that many aspects. We have 123 plum helmets. Seriously? Yes, we have 123 plump helmets. Okay, I think we can remove the ban from cooking plump helmets, even though we haven't actually cooked any prepared meals yet. Now we don't have to worry that we will run out of seeds if we actually use plump helmets there. And well, the clother and the loom hasn't been prepared yet. If you can see on the moods, I've changed the colors so that it's more obvious when a dwarf is unhappy. The blue one is that the dwarf is ecstatic, and purple would mean that he is so malcontent that he will throw a tantrum spiral. Or at least he will throw a tantrum. It depends on the other dwarves if there will be a spiral or not. But let's see whom we can choose as our clothier. We don't have really that many dwarves just yet, but it would be good to have at least someone getting started on the basics, like making ropes and perhaps bags. There, now our clothier should be getting constructed once we unpause. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. I've changed up the style of this Let's Play so that now we will be more live than we were previously. I've recorded the whole second year, or year 252, in a more Let's Play fashion, so that all you see being recorded is live. Nothing is paused when the seasons change anymore. I'm just recording this as I play, and of course cutting away some of the very dull parts of it, like looking through menus to see exactly how many items I have. It's kinda useless, but showing you these things like the dwarf therapist could actually be interesting to some people, because, well, everybody uses the utilities differently, so... In the background you will be listening to a nice little free soundtrack. Right now I'm preparing the jeweler, so I'm making a round gem pile so that the jeweler at a maximum has to run like 3 tiles to get any gem that he uses in the shop. That's pretty much how I build most of my workshops. I place the stockpiles right next to them so that the dwarves that will later become exclusive haulers will be doing all the hauling, and my more skilled in manufacturing, those dwarves will have very good skills because they don't waste their time in the beginning to run instead of doing their jobs. So let's choose a manager and a chief medical dwarf. I'm pretty sure I saw one. Oh yeah, the suture. I got one that was pretty awesome. I have one that's pretty awesome. So let's set him as our chief medical dwarf. He's also a very good planter, but I think that since there's not too many people being damaged now in the initial times, he can be having multiple jobs, so it shouldn't be a problem. It's more that I can access the health screen. It's very useful for checking if I forgot something. I had some undead zombies. They're probably not too big of a deal since the lava mode will be keeping most of them out. But it's good to keep a check on them anyway. Yeah, the health screen. Well, I usually check there quite often to see if I have problems with my animals. But now let's construct the well that I was planning to do actually during year 251, but I deemed it unnecessary since the outside is pretty safe, but it's better to get it inside. That way my dwarves won't run away from the water if any enemies come inside my area. Well, if the enemies get inside my base, I'm even more screwed, but then I'm screwed no matter what happens. So this will be my... Well, let's remove these... Let's make some stairs first, so that my dwarves that are mining can get in and out as they please. You usually want to have a 2 deep well right beneath the block where the well is, because that way you can always get water that's without dirt, because the dirt will filter down to the bottom of the well. And my FPS is very bad, at least for this early in the fort's lifetime, but that's because I'm getting so much calculations from the mode. So let's hope that goes away once the mode gets filled. And my butcher shop is cluttered and working. I don't really need the booze right now, but it's just to remind me that I actually have to do some brewing later on. It got cluttered from one single skeleton. Well, let's hope that the butcher, once he gets done with whatever job he's doing right now, won't take too long to butcher the corpse, so that we can benefit from all the fat and the meats that's on that huge jack. The huge... what's it called? Yeah, it's a jack. A yak. Or whatever, how you pronounce it. Oh, look, he's already in the butcher shop, working away. And let's check if we have... Nope, no new puppies or kittens yet. Those are always a good idea to place inside a cage. You could of course place them in a small room and then lock the door, but the cage makes them not even count as affecting the FPS in any way, so it's always best to place them inside a cage. So let's check for so that I don't have any eggs, so that I don't allow eggs in my stockpiles. Yeah, here it is. So let's remove those. We can't really start a poultry industry if we take the eggs at once, because we need to get some the first generation of creatures born from it should actually be born. We can just place them in cages. And let's place a fishery so that we can remove the shells from those raw turtles and maybe eat the turtle meat. And they're working away. Let's remove that. Come on. Oh wait. Do I actually have anyone on the fishery? I have a fisher who's pretty good. Let's see, whom can we put as our fish cleaner and dissector? Not our crafter anyhow. We want him to be inside and protected. It's very unfortunate if you lose a legendary. Well, she isn't legendary just yet, but let's set the fisher to be the cleaner and small animal dissector, since we don't have anyone with better skills in those yet. We do that for the time being. So too bad this citron floor isn't inside one of the rooms, but maybe I should place some statues out there to use the value of the floor. But now let's put in the bed for the last dwarf that I have, and we'll assign it to him once the bed gets built. And well, let's designate the last piece of the second floor of this well, so that we can start thinking about how to fill it up, because a well without water is kinda pointless. Ooh, cobaltite. Not really all that important, it's just anything you make out of cobaltite will be blue. So it's kinda pretty, in a way. And let's remove the ramps, they won't be leading me anywhere, and it will look a little bit better. Oh, forgot to take out the center tile. And let's remove the rest of the ramps. There. Now the actual basin is complete. Let's put in the doors while I actually remember, and while I have some doors. We can just lock them later once we fill in the water, but it's good to have doors right now, in more ways than one.